In the dim light of an autumn evening, I found myself standing before the historic town of Salem, Massachusetts. The air was thick with the weight of centuries-old secrets, and the cobblestone streets whispered tales of the infamous Salem Witch Trials. As I wandered through the quaint, colonial town, the setting sun cast long, eerie shadows that seemed to dance with an otherworldly energy. Little did I know that my curiosity would lead me to a chilling encounter that defied explanation. I had always been fascinated by the Salem Witch Trials, and as a historian, I had dedicated years of my life to unraveling their mysteries. That evening, I arrived in Salem to conduct some research for my upcoming book. The town, with its preserved historical sites and rustic charm, seemed the perfect backdrop for my work. As I entered the dimly lit Salem Witch Museum, I was greeted by a musty scent that seemed to cling to the very walls. The curator, a woman with piercing gray eyes, welcomed me with a sly smile. She handed me a flickering lantern and gestured toward the museum's centerpiece, a life-size tableau depicting a witch trial in progress. The wax figures, frozen in time, stared back at me with haunting eyes. As I gazed at the tableau, I couldn't help but feel a shiver crawl down my spine. The tension in the room was palpable, and it was as if the spirits of those accused witches were still trapped in this place, seeking justice. I tore my gaze away and continued to explore the museum, my lantern casting eerie shadows on the ancient wooden beams. As I descended into the basement, the temperature dropped suddenly, and I was overcome by an inexplicable feeling of dread. It was here that the accused witches had been imprisoned and tormented before their trials. The curator had told me that many visitors had reported strange occurrences in this very spot, but I dismissed it as mere superstition. I moved deeper into the basement, my lantern flickering ominously. Suddenly, I heard a soft, haunting melody, like a mournful violin, echoing through the cold, damp air. My heart raced as I followed the sound to a small, cramped cell. There, in the corner, sat a spectral figure with long, disheveled hair and a tattered gown. It was a woman, or at least the ghostly apparition of one. The figure turned to me, her eyes hollow and filled with sorrow. She raised a finger to her lips, urging me to silence. As I watched in terror, she began to speak in a voice that sent chills down my spine. She claimed to be Abigail Proctor, one of the innocent women accused of witchcraft during the trials. Her tale was one of injustice, betrayal, and a desperate plea for redemption. I listened in disbelief as Abigail recounted the horrors she and others had endured, and how their spirits had remained trapped in this cursed place, seeking vindication. She begged me to help her, to uncover the truth and clear the names of those wrongfully accused. I stumbled back in shock, my lantern extinguishing with a sudden gust of icy wind. As darkness enveloped me, I knew I had stumbled upon a horrifying secret that would haunt me forever. The Salem Witch Trials had left an indelible mark on this town, and the restless spirits of the accused were still crying out for justice, waiting for someone to unveil the truth and release them from their eternal torment. To this day, I cannot explain the encounter in that dimly lit basement, but I have dedicated my life to unraveling the mysteries of Salem's past, hoping to bring peace to the tormented souls trapped within its haunted history.